Hey friends, have you ever been with a person or with a group of people and you're talking and they're talking and you're having a beautiful conversation, but something in you tells you that they're not really talking truth, or maybe it's just an individual and he's not really telling you the truth? As in, people just say one thing but they mean something else. Have you ever had that experience? Because I go through it a lot. And because I'm a really sensitive, intuitive person, I actually know when someone's not telling the truth, and I've never been wrong about it. The thing is, I can just feel when someone's not. I think it's the fact that I'm very sensitive to energy. So when someone's not being truthful about something, I can really feel that they're hiding something. And so I was wondering whether you felt the same way. And it's a really common thing because everybody's wearing a mask in this world, don't you think? I think that everyone, every single person, short of maybe 1 to 3% of the population, the global population, every other single person has a mask on at some time or other to hide what they're really feeling. So today's topic is going to be about the masks we all wear in business and in life. My name is Patsy Wu, and I'm an architect and digital entrepreneur, founder of the Wu Way, which means a life of effortless ease and flow. I currently provide an exit strategy to doctors who want to live beyond extraordinary as an intuitive executive coach after growing several businesses to 7 figures myself. Back to the topic of the day. So, why do people wear masks? It's because our world has conditioned us to be a certain way, act a certain way, feel a certain way. There's all this conditioning from our parents, our caregivers, our teachers, our friends, our partners, and we are also insecure because we're so afraid of being judged, of being disliked. Some people wear a mask of confidence when they're really hiding their insecurities. Others pretend to be really professional and cool and chill when they're actually really struggling. And some will put on a mask of success when they're really not. I mean, I guess it's subjective, but basically what I'm trying to say is they put on a mask of success this high when their success is only this high. And some people pretend to be kind and gracious when they're really not. So why do we do this? Because we are mostly taught that vulnerability is a weakness. And if we were to speak our truth and tell people what we're really feeling, how we're feeling, tell people what we're thinking, really thinking, like from the deepest core of our selves, we might get judged, we might lose people, we might be disrespected, we might get disliked. And so, because we're so afraid of all those things, we white lie, we put this mask. We put this mask to pretend that, oh, I agree with you. Oh, it's lovely, when actually you think it's horrible. Oh, how is the food? It tastes lovely. Well, who's gonna say actually your food sucks, right? So where do you think we should draw the line in being honest and truthful with integrity versus wearing this mask of half truths? But the problem with wearing a mask is that while we are all playing pretend, we are then creating a new world of pretenses. Everyone is pretending. So how do you really know who's telling the truth? Because everyone seems to be pretending. Everyone's telling what they think the other person wants to hear or what they think the group wants to hear. So then how do we ever know what the truth is? And so we are creating this fake atmosphere of pretenses, right? And then everybody starts feeling really insecure, and it just doesn't serve the world. It does not serve our purpose in this world. Instead of getting better, we are just living in denial. We are living in environments where no one really feels safe, and we don't really have true connections. Everything is filtered. Everything that comes out of our mouth is filtered. And then everyone just second guesses each other. Is that a world you want to live in? But that is what our world is today. We live in a world of fakes. And I really don't like it. In fact, if anything, I'll go first. And the truth of the matter is, whenever I tell my truth, people actually don't like it. They don't like me because I speak truth. And unfortunately, the truth hurts sometimes. And not everybody is able to swallow the truth. But if you don't want to accept the truth, then how will you progress forward? How will you get to the next level of you? How will you get further? And the thing is, being authentic to the core of our bones does not mean that we have to tell our whole life story and share it with the world. No, you just have to be in alignment with how you're showing up, what you're saying, and even if you were to say that someone's recipe, someone's food tasted really bad, you don't have to say it in such a crude way. You can actually say it really politely, in a nice way. Maybe you could say that perhaps it needs a little bit more salt. You don't have to say it sucks, right? There are ways to speak your truth in a classy way. This is all about alignment and being secure in yourself. So you want to, first of all, know yourself really well to understand why you feel a certain way, and whether what's coming out of your mouth is really what you really feel and think. And if that is the case, then you want to think about the best way to say it that is beneficial for everyone, instead of just flatly lying, or just pretending and putting something fake out there which doesn't serve anyone. When your actions and your words are in alignment with the real you, you have a good chance of, it means that you are really contributing to the progress of the world. And that's a good thing. We should all be okay to graciously agree to disagree. Don't you agree? And without judgment at that. Like zero judgment. Do we need to judge anyone? Who are we to judge anyone? In my dream world, we would all be respecting, we would all be feeling humane, we would all be practicing humane respect and complete understanding and acceptance of every human being. That is what I would wish for in my ideal world. And it's got to start from somewhere, right? So I'm sharing this message so that you too can be the other person to start being authentic and start being really aware of how you respond in your world, whether you are being really, really truthful and authentic in your responses as well. Because if all of us can do our bit, slowly the world will change, and we will start feeling safer and safer. And one day, who knows? We might have an amazing world instead of this fake world. We can empower the weaker ones with our clean energy that comes from love, respect, and honesty and integrity. All we need to do is to create the right environment for those who feel weaker, who are not brave enough to speak up their truths. All we need to do is to create the right environment so that they are safe. And once people feel safe, they are more likely to speak truth. We just need to be more fearless. So how do we remove our mask then? I mean, masks are for masquerade balls. Here we are living in the real world, and we can really make a difference. Number one, we need to embrace self-awareness. Self-awareness means really noticing and being aware of what we are speaking, what we are thinking, and how we are delivering our responses to the outside world. Whenever we respond, are we using a persona that is true to ourselves? Are we speaking truth? Is what we're saying something that we really believe in, or is it what we want someone else to hear? Number two, we want to create a safe space. We should always encourage honest conversations. When people see us being real, they also start feeling safer. So we just need to go first. So if you wanted to find out something, how someone is liking the food, then you should go first and perhaps not give such a glorious response unless you really think that the food is amazing. But I think that if you don't think something's amazing, then you should just say it in a polite way so that the other person can also improve, the chef or whoever it is that you are responding to. Number three, we need to redefine being right. Because, if our parents taught us to be really articulate in our speech and always dress to the nines with a suit to go out the moment we leave our house, our parents taught us a lot of things, right? So whatever it is that they taught you, is it the right thing? Is it necessary? Right according to who? Right according to your parents? But are they right? Don't forget, your parents lived in a traditional era where things were very different. And so you are now in today's world. Do you need to still go back and follow those old rules of the past? Are they really making sense? Are they really helping you move forward in your game? You can still be warm and human and still be thoroughly respected. Parents or people think that you have to put on a certain persona to be respected, and that's not true. You can be really, really warm and human and still be really respected. I think that the best thing is to have a big, warm heart and be right according to you. If you think you're right, you're right. We don't have to pretend to be right just because we think that someone else, just because we want some validation from an external party. And in order to be able to remove our mask, we should do it gently, take baby steps, because if we just go all out and reveal everything, then we might feel very naked. So just take baby steps in slowly being more vulnerable, revealing our truth in low risk situations perhaps. And once we get more brave, we would be able to speak bigger truths in any situation. Successful relationships in business and in life are always built on trust. And trust is built on authenticity. So if people can sense that you're being a fake, then you are already cut out whether they tell it to you or not. So it's really much better to be authentic and honest and truthful without worrying what anyone else would think, but speaking your truth. Because people actually respect you more when you do speak your truth. Not everybody will agree to what you're saying, but in essence, your truth is what will serve you. I mean, would you want to do business with someone who was inauthentic and untrustworthy, who does not speak truth, and who just goes around pretending? I don't think so, right? Would you want to continue wasting time with people who say yes when they mean no, say no when they mean yes? Life's too short. Also, in a lot of instances, right, your energy is going to reveal what you're really feeling. So, especially when you're with someone sensitive like me, then your yes meaning no is just you're just gonna reveal yourself, your truth. So no point pretending. Everyone claims to be authentic, but there's always something hidden, We all have these masks for different people, different situations, different levels, different things. And my encouragement, my suggestion is for us all to remove all our masks bit by bit until we are completely free of any masks. We are completely free of the need to wear a mask because we are so embodied in our own truth to be able to speak our truth and think our truth. I mean, just imagine a world where everybody is brave enough to reveal their truth and we can all admit to our own limitations. It's okay to fail, And when we are failing, we can ask for help and then we can get better. Instead of pretending and pretending and pretending, how's that going to help us move forward? It's more of a struggle, right? There's no point being inauthentic when you're limited. There's no point putting on a mask to dress up just to gain another brownie point. So what is one small thing you're going to do this week to take that small step to remove one mask of yours? Where in your life are you still wearing a mask? One small tip for me personally, inhaling plant inhalation has helped me tremendously with this because the inhalation of plants goes straight to your limbic brain, and the limbic brain is where it stores all your emotional memories. And the scent works subliminally in your body to help you to get over whatever it is you need to get over in order to speak the truth. In doing this, I have been able to experience unconscious subliminal shifts to move my emotions into the right expressions and not compartmentalize my feelings. So I apologize in advance if you think I'm too honest, if we ever meet in person. So I hope that's helped, and let's all remove our masks, guys. Let's just be honest. Let's just be authentic, because that is the world that is really good for all of us. Okay? I'll see you in the next video.